Hi everyone, so today we're making coconut fried rice. This is one of my signature dishes, one of the most popular dishes on my website. And I actually have a video of this that I shot last year, but it was one of the first couple of videos that I did and I didn't really like it because for the most part it was out of focus. So I thought I would record another one. So here you go. But before I go ahead, please subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new here. Please support me by clicking the subscribe button. Thank you. So for this recipe, and quite like most Nigerian fried rice recipes, we will be needing some very rich chicken broth or stock. Normally I would use hard chicken, but I haven't got any, so I will be using soft chicken instead. So here I've got 4 chicken leg quarters and I will be seasoning this with some onions, bouillon cubes, thyme, curry powder, garlic powder and some salt. I tend to over season my chicken or my meat if I'm going to be using them immediately, especially if I haven't marinated them beforehand. So I will be topping this up with some water and then cover and leave to cook until soft. So after about 30 to 40 minutes of slow cooking, I will be checking back on the chicken, and this is perfect for me. I've got the rich broth that I need, so I will be sieving this for use later. Onto another main ingredient of Nigerian fried rice, liver. I know most people don't like it and I don't like it as well. I end up picking it out of my food, but I'm not going to ruin a classic recipe. So here I've got some lamb liver and I'm just going to add that into a pan. I didn't realize that my pan was as hot, but it's okay. So I'm just going to add some water to cover. I won't be adding salt at this time. I'm just going to cover and leave to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. So after 10 to 15 minutes, as you can see, the water is all murky, and I'm just going to take this to my sink and rinse off and then return back to the stove. So now I'm going to cover with some more water and then add some salt. I don't like to season my liver. For some reason, I just don't believe that it's going to penetrate as much, except if I'm using for like a stir fry or something. But if I'm just boiling it, salt is enough. So I'm just going to cover this and then leave to cook until soft. And once it's soft, as you can see, so all I need to do now is just to dice them up and then fry or grill. So that's that for the liver, and now we're on to the chicken. Here I've got some boneless chicken thigh, and this I will be seasoning with some garlic powder, bouillon cubes, paprika powder, black pepper and some salt. And I will mix this thoroughly and then leave to marinate for about 30 minutes to an hour roughly. So for my mixed vegetables, I will be using some green peas, carrots, sweet corn and long beans. And I will be seasoning this with some garlic powder, bouillon cubes, salt and black pepper. So I did get hassled by a couple of people in my fried rice video asking why I use too many spices and seasons or why I season almost everything. This is how I build flavors. It is optional, but this is a recipe that I swear by. Anyway, I'm just going to mix this thoroughly and then leave to marinate for about 30 minutes. So now we're going to cook the rice. I've got the same pot that I used for the chicken, and this is on medium heat, and I'm just going to add the sieved broth into it and then add my coconut milk. So for my coconut milk, I'm using the canned one, and I've got roughly about 600 ml. That's a can and a half. But if you're making yours from the scratch, you will need about 2 big coconuts. And for seasoning, I will be using some thyme, curry powder and some onions. I won't be adding salt or chicken season here because I over seasoned my broth. And I'm just going to cover and bring to a boil. And once it starts to boil, I will be adding my thoroughly washed rice. Please make sure your rice is thoroughly washed, otherwise it will stick together. And then combine and cover and leave to cook until soft. So now we're on to the interesting part, which is the stir frying. So I've got a pan on medium heat and I've just added some vegetable oil to that. And once it heats up, I will be going in with some chopped garlic and ginger. So I'm going to stir this for about 4 to 5 minutes on low to medium heat. I'm hoping to achieve some sort of crispy texture to the ginger especially. And after 4 to 5 minutes, it should look like this. And then I will transfer this into a bowl. So the reason for this is I'm trying to preserve the flavor of the garlic and ginger, and this will be added back into the rice later. So into the same pan, I will be adding my chicken, and I will fry this for about, say, 6 to 7 minutes or until well fried. And at this time, I will be transferring the cooked chicken into a bowl, leaving the oil in the pan. So into the same pan, I will be adding my prawns. I don't need to add any more seasonings to this at all, and that's because the seasoning from the chicken is still very much potent in the oil. So I'm just going to fry this for about 3 to 5 minutes or until cooked. And then I will be transferring that into a bowl again. So the pan is back on medium heat, and I've just added some more oil, and then in goes some chopped onions, which I will be frying for about 2 to 3 minutes or until fragrant. You know, let's just pretend like I haven't just burned the onions, you know, just pretend for a minute. So I'm going to go in with my green peppers and chili, and I'm just going to mix this thoroughly and then saute for about 2 to 3 minutes, again still on medium heat. So after 2 to 3 minutes, I will go in with my marinated vegetables. I'm just being careful so I don't add too much, just enough to cook the rice that I've got. And this I will be sauteing for about 2 to 3 minutes again. Now I should note at this point that the softer your vegetables, the earlier the rice is going to go bad. So whatever you do, please make sure that your vegetable still has a bit of crunch to it, especially if you're not going to consume it all in one day. If you're going to be storing it away, the more you warm the rice, the more the vegetables is going to further cook. And then I will start to add my rice and combine. And I'm going to do this gradually so I don't end up with too much rice or too much vegetables, and I can always add some more as I go. And once the rice is thoroughly combined, I will go in with my cooked chicken, liver, spring onions, not forgetting the fried ginger and garlic, and I will also be adding some desiccated coconut. If you don't already cook your coconut rice with desiccated coconut, you should really start. It gives it this beautiful texture as well, and also intensifies the coconut flavor. And this I will mix thoroughly and then cover and leave to simmer for about 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, I will add the cooked prawns and then mix thoroughly again, and then leave to simmer for just a minute, and that's it. Your coconut fried rice is ready. Honestly, this recipe is one you do not want to miss out on. It is absolutely amazing. The aroma in my kitchen right now, oh my god. Anyways, if you do replicate this recipe, please let me know how you get on, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.